Since Nigeria's Anti-Torture Act was signed into law by President Muhammadu Buhari, the 2017 law is yet to be implemented. And this was part of issues discussed at the Stakeholders Roundtable on Human Rights organized by ASF France and its partners in Lagos. They're now calling for more awareness, training and collaboration to tackle human rights violations in the country. Kemi Fola Adeyemo has details.
The Anti-Torture Act of 2017 makes comprehensive provisions for penalizing acts of torture and other cruel, inhuman and degrading treatment. Section 8 prescribes for imprisonment for a term not exceeding 25 years on conviction for an offense of torture, as well as the charge of murder against the offender, where torture leads to loss of life. The victim can also seek other legal remedies, including a claim in court for damages or compensation for the torture. Section 10 empowers the Attorney General of the Federation with the approval of the President to make rules and regulations for the effective implementation of the Act. ASF France says the needed advisory is yet to be issued, denied victims the much needed reprieve from the law.
So this is an opportunity to call on the Attorney General of the Federation to do the needful to ensure that perpetrators of torture in Nigeria can be prosecuted under an already existing legislation.
Participants are drawn from the media, civil society, legal profession, the police and the CDC, Correctional Service, DSS, the Nigerian Army and the Air Force. They brainstorm on challenges and expectations from state actors in addressing human rights violations in Lagos.
Once there has been human rights violation, it's difficult to seek redress in court. You're talking about the cost implication, you're talking about the resources, you are talking about time, you are talking about the engaging lawyers, you are talking about the difficulties of proving the case.
We still have some who somehow they have this culture of this is the way it must be done, and that is the way they want to do it. They don't want to take up what we've taught them. So those are the places we have challenges. And then amongst the senior officers, they tend to be more cooperative.
Human rights violations are rampant in Nigeria despite the existence of an anti-torture law. In the line of duty and in the course of reporting these violations, journalists have themselves been targeted. One of them is the late Pelumi Onifade.
What can we do, especially for Onifade? It's very, very important. Pelumi must not die just like that.
The message here also calls for the speedy dispensation of justice, where the burden of proof of innocence will be placed solely on the accused persons and not for the victims to prove cases of torture. Kemi Fola Adeyemo, TVC News, Lagos.